know 2 words of that song? Oh shit. Swing. It's 3. Sorry, my bad. So Thanksgiving, giving is coming up. Who's excited about that? I don't know about you guys, but I'm thankful for those fucking Indians right now. 4.5 day weekend. Fuck yeah. I think we should all go around and say one thing we're thankful for, starting with this guy.
I'm really thankful for food.
Yeah, food. And shits, yeah. So a lot of traveling probably coming up from this holidays, a lot of road trips, a lot of people carpooling home. I've been getting my car ready for the drive home. I know it's like a week away, but my car is exotic, and so it takes a lot of prep work for any long distance traveling. But, I mean, that's the price you pay when you drive a Nissan Maxima, you know? Nissan Maxima, a lot of vowels in that name. I think that means it's exotic. Or shitty. I can never remember. It's a 93, so it's vintage also. Does anyone else drive a car from the early 90s? Yeah, by show of woo, yeah. A lot of luxuries go along with that cars from that era. That was a weird sentence. For instance, automatic seat belts. Yeah. A lot of you can't remember back to a time when we didn't have automatic seat belts, but let me just remind you, such a relief. Before there's a lot of this action, but I have an old baseball injury and it's really difficult for me to do that. Now, just this, click. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm lying out the ass. Seatbelt is not actually an appropriate name for these things. Seat noose would be a more suitable description. Because anyone who owns one knows every time you go to get gas and you pull the little gas lever on the thing, you being the time saver that you are, think, hey, I'll just open the door at the same time. What you're unaware of is that by doing this, you are pulling the switch that turns your safety belt into a weapon of destruction. Oh, whoa! Car turned pro wrestler now has you in a half Nelson, and you were metaphorically and physically pinned against your steering wheel. Which doesn't honk because some other genius in the 90s decided to move the horn to the sides from the middle. Because God knows that when I freak out, this is my reaction. Whoa! So after I'm KO'd by my car, I step out to get gas, which is always kind of awkward for the people left in the car. They're just sitting there all, silent, smashed together. Watching the person's torso run around. The director inside me is like, this is very artistic. This is a very artistic shot. It's very M. Night Shyamalan-esque. I direct gay pornos, so that's why. But then you get on the road, and road trips are always fun for like the first 35 or 45 minutes. Usually about when the first mixtape runs out, which is always sooner than it has to be because the person in front always has song ADD. They change it after 2 minutes every time. Like, I'm bored of that one. Of course, you didn't know they were going to change it, so you're just stuck there singing like an idiot. Even white boys got shot. Another funny thing about music is how the people in the front of the car are never quite really aware of how loud the music is for the people in the back of the car. They're in the front being able to sing along and have a good time. Meanwhile, I'm at a fucking rock show back here. I'm attending Sir Mix-a-Lot live on I-5, if you know what I mean. And then you come to that point of the road trip where everyone just gets bored out of their mind. So they start pointing out stuff that they drive by. Horse. Guaranteed if you have a carload of people and you drive by a hay truck, someone's gonna go, hey! The driver always has the same reaction. What? Oh, God damn it. But people get so bored, they'll say something they know is stupid and cliche just to hear themselves speak, to make sure they still can. Hey, for horses. They'll read billboards and point out signs that you cross them. Now entering startup. Which brings me to the topic of signs. Some signs on the road I can see a point, they're useful. Speed limit 75. Alright, noted. Exit 230. I don't need to right now, but I'm glad you're there if I ever need to go to Forks. Unlikely. But then there's those signs that I don't feel really need to exist. They don't need to take up my eye line. I'd rather see what's behind them. But since they're bright yellow and reflective, I am forced to look at them. For instance, if you go over to Eastern Washington, you'll see a lot of these. Severe side wind. Thank you. But I'm not sure how to prepare for that. Should I watch for it? Do I roll down my windows? I don't know. And now I'm just paranoid for nothing, you jerks. Because severe, it's all relative. It can mean anything. But me, I'm expecting like a giant hand, like wind gusts just struck me over a mountain. Because that's severe to me. Another one I don't quite understand is the beware of low-flying aircraft. I'm not a pilot. At all. But how low are these planes flying and why do you need to be concerned about them? My car's about yay high. Which means I'm safer from getting hit by a plane if I'm inside my car than if I'm standing next to it. I'm sorry, but the FAA needs to adjust their flight regulations, if you ask me. They did ask me. I told them they need to adjust their flight regulations. The next one is not so much I can't see the point of it, more just annoyed at its existence. Because I feel like it's taunting me every time I look at it. You might have noticed them, they have them like every 20 miles on the highway. It's this one. Fender bender? Please pull your damaged vehicle over this side of the road. How pissed would you be if you got in an accident in front of that sign? Are you fucking kidding me? And you see how they say damaged? Please pull your damaged vehicle over the side of the road. Unless you're the person that gets in an accident. What do I do? Oh, okay. How much longer do I have? I am done. All right. Thanks, guys.